Hey guys, welcome back to Tracie's Place. I am so glad you're back with me again for another video. I'm going to be doing a series right now actually on business. I know I've done several videos before, but I kind of just want to do a series of videos and kind of put them together in my playlist. And that way, those of you that are interested in business or how to start a business or, things of that nature, everything will be in one spot. And I think I'm going to try to start doing that is filming videos. Like one week it'll be about a subject, the next week, it'll be about another. So that'll make it simple for me, kind of easier for you to keep up with things. Okay, so this video is about what you need to know before starting your business. There's a lot of things that go into starting a business, and sometimes in our minds when we get excited about starting a business, we're just thinking like, oh, I'll just start a business. And there's a lot of things that go into it before you actually start it. So that's what I want to go over today. Okay, the first thing that you need to know, and all of these things, I'm going to give 10 things, but all of these things are necessary. They're not in any particular order, but you can classify them, as you would like to. But the first thing you need is you need to be self-motivated. You're not going to have anybody to report to. You're not going to be having anyone to stand over your shoulder and, tell you what you need to do next and, all of these type of things. So you need to be self-motivated. You need to be a self-starter. You're going to need to, even going back a little bit, even something as simple as this, you still need a bedtime just like you did when you were working your job. It doesn't have to be as stiff as when you were going out to work, but this is still a job. I won't say it's still a job, but it's still it's work. And it's even more so important because this is your baby. This is your business. It's still work, so you still have to be professional. You still have to have enough energy to do it. So you want to be prepared for the day, and in order to be motivated, you're not going to want to be sleepy, right? So you need to go to bed. You need to get enough rest, and when the workday starts, you need to be motivated. You need to have made a plan the day before of what you need to do for that day. It's not good to get up that day and then you don't have a plan for the day. Always have a plan for your work day and a schedule so that you'll know how to work things out. The second thing, get dressed. Yes, get dressed every day. I know you're at home. For most people, you're at home unless you have a brick and mortar outside of your home. But anyway, being at home is still work. You want to be ready for anything that comes your way. You might have to run out, get supplies. You might have to run out and meet someone, a client, a customer, what have you. And then also being dressed helps you to be motivated. I know it sounds kind of comfy to be, in your pajamas, or some people told about working in their pajamas, But really, when you get dressed for the day, that helps your motivation for your work. So get dressed. The third thing you need to know is you're going to need a designated workspace planned out before you start your business. Some of these things I've learned through trial and error. Some things I didn't know before I started, and some things I did. So I want to relay everything that I know to you. I don't want to be one of those people that hold back information. So make sure you have a designated workspace. I have a lot of different things in one business. I do a lot of different things. So I might have, and this comes from me not having a designated workspace before. When I started working from home, it wasn't planned out ahead of time. I just found out like 3 to 4 weeks before I put my notice in that I was going to be quitting. So I didn't have all this time to plan and everything like that. So a heat press was in my basement, and it still is because there's just no place else for it right now. All the rooms in our house basically are filled, except my daughter's room now because she just went off to college. But anyway, my heat press for t-shirts and things is in the basement. I make glittered glasses and stuff like that. I worked on those at the kitchen table. My machine that I use for lettering and stuff like that, our computer, is in the family room in another room. So all these things are placed in different parts of the house, and it's just not good for even time management sometimes, you know, running all over the house doing this and that. But sometimes it has to be done. But if you know ahead of time, you know, how much time you have before you quit your job, try to have a set aside, you know, workspace, and that way it makes it easier on you. That helps your self-motivation too. When you have a space designated for your work, it just brings a good working atmosphere, and that way it doesn't stress you out. It doesn't stress or bother your family. I know when I was doing my glasses, and sometimes I still do them at the table because I don't have my all my workspace finished yet. Anyway, let me get back to what I was saying. Oh, I film with my phone, so everything comes through on the phone when you're filming. So, but anywho, what I was saying was that, let me see, where did I leave off? Oh, sometimes I still make my glasses at the table, and you don't want your work to interfere with your family as much as you can. But it's glitter. Glitter just gets everywhere. And so my son, my son's like, "Ma, all the glitter is just everywhere. Now there's glitter on the bottom of my cup. There's glitter here. There's just glitter everywhere." So just try to, you know, if you can, keep a designated spot for yourself. It's best for you, and it's best for your family. The fourth thing, you do need designated hours. Even though working from home is a convenience, and like I said in one of my other videos, you know, you can make your own work schedule. You can, you know, do things on your time. You can, if the car needs to go to the shop, you can do that. If you have to take your child to the doctor, you can do that. So those things are true, but as much as possible, keep designated work hours. It's just less stressful that way. You don't want to have to work on things when your family is at home. You know, every now and then that's going to happen. But just like when you were at work, work is work, home time, you know, and family, that's, you know, home and family life. So you want to keep them separated, even though it's in the same building. You want to keep that separated. It's just better for everybody. Okay, the fifth thing, keep detailed records, whether that be by paper or that's on the computer on a spreadsheet. When it comes time for tax season, it's very helpful to have everything in one spot. I'm going to have to do a video on this too, but this is my work binder. And I've done a video a long time ago, a couple of years ago actually, as people have asked about, you know, my home management binder, my system. And I have 4 binders actually now, and they're for different things. But you want to keep, everything is in here. Everything is in here. This is the front. Don't pay attention to all this stuff. But this is the front. And you want to keep it as organized as possible, but as long as everything is in one spot, that's the key. I have a lot of different tabs. I do a lot of different things. Like I said, there are some things that I have sectioned out here, and put that over there. There are certain things I have sectioned out that I don't do yet. Some of them are just ideas that I want to do. Some of the sections are things that I'm actually doing. And then, you know, you have your financial section, you have just everything, but it's in one binder. Paper, something I can actually hold on to, graphs, go to, and everything is there. I can flip right through it. I'm not technically inclined, so there's very few things that I have on the computer as far as records, but I have, you know, a paper trail. I have my binder. Everything is there. So if I want to take it to the doctor's office and work on it, I can do that. But everything is in one spot. So keep good records of purchases, of sales, materials. When I said purchases, that means your materials that you have to use to buy, make your products. If it's not a product-based service, if you have to buy courses or whatever it is, keep records in one spot. Okay, and the sixth thing is adjust your feelings and expect to hear the word no. It's okay when people say no, they can't buy something, or no, they don't, particularly like your product, or this, that, and the other. Not everybody is excited about what you're doing. I know that it's exciting to you. A lot of times when we come up with something, we come up with an idea, or we have a product or a service we want to offer, we are excited. We think the whole world's going to buy it, that everybody else is going to be excited as we are, but not everybody is as excited about your idea as you are. That's just the truth. And then sometimes if they are, some people cannot afford it. So hearing the word no, a lot of people get derailed when they hear the word no, or they get their feelings hurt, or they take it personal. Do not take it personal. Just try to put yourself in the other person's shoes. Sometimes you go places and people are chumming it up with you at their vendor's table and telling you, thinking like, oh, I'm really not interested in this, it's really not for me. Or sometimes you want something but you just can't afford it right now. So just expect to adjust yourself. They're not refusing you or turning you down personally. It's just that they're either not excited about the product or they can't afford the product. Number 7, learn how to pick yourself up and dust yourself off if your particular niche or your particular business does not take off. A lot of times that's when another failure may come in. I won't say failure, because anytime you try, that's good. Trying is not failure. And just because something doesn't work out doesn't mean it's a failure. It just means, okay, that wasn't for me. I'm going to have to try another niche that I'm just as passionate about, or you have to, a niche, basically, another business. So you just find something else that you like just as well and offer that to the public. But you have to get up, dust yourself off, and you have to do it quickly and keep moving. Okay, also kind of piggybacking off of that, there are certain seasons for certain things. And sometimes a product has taken its run and it's done. Can't even give you a product what sometimes it is seasonal, meaning the warmer months or the winter months. Sometimes when I say it's a season, it's just a period. Sometimes you're doing a certain t-shirt that's taking off for 5 months, a year. There's a certain saying that's out and everybody's buying that t-shirt, and it's going to have its run. And after that run is done, then you're kind of done with that. So you want to have other things in place, other niches, like I said, a niche rather. You want to have other things in place to keep the ball rolling. Number 8, it's good to have several streams of income. It may be a plethora of things. You could have a job plus your side hustle. You can have your job, and what you really need if you're still working outside of the home is your job and several side hustles. And when I say side hustles, and I'm going to go back to if you have quit your job and you're just depending on your business, you may want to have 3 side hustles that you start off with. And they could be a variation of things. They could be things you have in place for passive income, residual income, affiliate marketing, and then service jobs, things that you do, services you offer. It could be consultation. It could be several different things. So just be careful. It's necessary in this day and age to have several streams of income so that when something dries up, then you have several other things that are still coming in so that you don't get stressed and worried. Number 9, do your research. You want to have at least 6 to 12 months if you can. If you know you're getting tired of being at your job, or you want to start a side hustle, give yourself 6 to 12 months. You want to research. You want to research everything about your business. You want to look up what permits you're going to need, if you need permits, what licenses you need, your checking account. First of all, just getting a, like I said, a license, going downtown or wherever you go, in your city to get your business license. So that's 3 things: your business license, permit, bank account, business bank account with your business name on it. And you just want to find out everything you can so that when you start your business, you can hit the ground running. You even want to start prospecting customers, if possible, ahead of time. Because once that time comes, it's like, okay, you're here. This is it. Don't get scared. So, but if you have things in place, then that lessens the stress and you can hit the ground running. The 10th thing, save as much money as you can. Sometimes you kind of know about, Number 10, save as much money as you can. Sometimes, like if you've done your research, like in number 9 that I just said, you'll know about how much money you need to get started. You'll know how much material you may need, the products you need to start off with. You need to know if you have any overhead. It shouldn't be much, of course, because you're at home, but anything that you might have to pay out monthly, say like you have a website, a Shopify website, if you have to pay for Facebook ads or anything like that, then you will have that already. You have that income, not income, you have that that money set aside so that you can start paying for things when the time comes. And the bonus, number 11, it's not 11. I said I just had 10 things right. So anyway, the bonus is enjoy the ride. Enjoy the ride. Try not to get upset about different things, even if something doesn't go wrong in a certain business. Just learn from your mistakes. Pick yourself up and dust yourself off, like I said. Learn from that mistake, because no mistake is a failure. It's a learning process. It's a stepping stone to where you're going. So, just think of it as a learning process. Learn from other people. Talk to other people in your same business or related businesses to try to get tips and help. And also tell other people, give them answers when they ask you something. If there's somebody that's starting out like you were starting out at one time, please tell them, give them encouragement, give them tips, give them hope that it is possible, because there's nothing worse. When I first started out, I would ask different people, and sometimes older women. There's a certain thing that I do, and a lot of older women were doing it. And I would ask, and some of them older women like to hold on to their secrets, and whether it's recipes or what have you, they don't like to tell people their secrets. Okay, fine, but give me something. Give me something. You were in my spot at one time, and don't have the crab in the bucket mentality to where, and sometimes our people do that. I'm sorry to say, but it's just the truth. Somebody's climbing out the bucket doing good, or they're trying, and you're pulling them back down. Don't do that. Help somebody get out of their if they're not in a good space, they want to quit work, they want to start a job, help them with all the knowledge that there's enough business for everybody. You can't service everyone, so let somebody else, give them information so that they can serve some clients or some customers. So be kind to one another. And so that's all the tips that I have for you today. I thank you so much again for stopping by. I have another video out right after this one about the different side hustles or businesses that you can start. Because sometimes people know that they want to start a business and they want to do something, but they just haven't grasped on to exactly what they need. They may have a lot of different ideas floating around. So I want to give some more information about that. All right, guys, catch you next time. Until then, be blessed and have a great day.